University of South Florida scientists are about to begin an extensive exhumation in a Florida Panhandle graveyard. They discovered.
So this is about Dozier School for boys, located in Marion, Florida. Now, these boys they were captured and as young as 6 years old from elementary school and held captive as slaves. So, and most of them were black boys. They found over 100 black boys buried on the schoolyard. Also, some of the survivors say that, some of the black boys was fed to the hogs. So they did go over there and dig the grave where the hogs used to be at and found bones out there in the hog pen. So this is Dozier School for boys. Nobody hadn't talked about it. I think they just closed the school down in 2014, you guys.
Well, University of South Florida scientists are about to begin an extensive exhumation in a Florida Panhandle graveyard. They discovered 50 unmarked graves at the Dozier School for Boys, a state institution for wayward children shut down in 2011 after allegations of abuse and even suspicious deaths. Several of our viewers reached out to us after we were allowed on Dozier property, and our Carson Chambers met with one of them today. Carson?
Linda, Captain Bill Nelson was just a kid, but he was sent away to Dozier, but his story is enough to make even adults cry.
Bill Nelson's been a boat captain most of his life.
So this is they had white boys too, you guys. So, but most of them that died was black.
We walked inside what's known as the White House, a small building where the temperature drops inside and paint peels off the walls, where Nelson remembers being tortured.
Sometimes you stay there 2 or 3 days in chains, and they beat you. And, some of them made it, some of them didn't.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh, they were beaten to death.
Soon the Dozier graveyard, known as Boot Hill.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
800.
We're learning new information today in the investigation of graves at the Dozier School for Boys in the Panhandle. Just moments ago, Senator Bill Nelson heard from USF anthropologists who exhumed nearly twice the number of bodies originally thought to be buried there. Our Cameron Poland joins us live from outside the federal courthouse now, where that meeting just wrapped up. Cameron?
We had a chance to see the first composite sketch of one of these boys, and I'll tell you what, when you see the youthful innocence in his face, you realize that there's still a family out there right now searching for answers. Now, USF researchers say they have been able to successfully DNA test 12 bodies taken from the school grounds. 7 have now been identified as African American. 5 results are still pending. Now, researchers have only combed through 5 acres of the sprawling 1,400-acre property, and the task has been tedious, to say the least. The list of names were displayed in the meeting today, showing there are just so many more who still remain a mystery. Officials said they have not been able to determine any type of death for the bodies excavated from the school Senator Nelson referred to as a torture chamber. Researchers, as well as the senator, believe it's only a matter of time before even more graves are found.
I think eventually they're going to find another cemetery, because back then they did not bury the two races together. And so no telling what stories are going to unfold.
You could see all of those names listed. There's just so many more to be solved. The sheriff's department here would like your help in identifying those. They're looking for family members that they can get sampled.
In the Sunshine State, it was a place with a lot of dark secrets, kept from the light of day for much too long. A so-called reform school that opened in 1900 in Marianna, Florida, the Dozier School for Boys was the site of beatings and worse that left a graveyard of children, and for those who survived, damaged souls still looking for healing.
I went there when I was 12, and I got out when I was 13.
Gene Luker is now 78, but the memories of what happened to him in the late 1950s at Dozier remain seared into his memory.
I had one that hit me so hard in the face with his hand. Ow.
So the white kids were separated from the blacks. So, but it was some white kids there, like they said. They were there also. They got tortured. but it was over 100. When they get to looking for the graveyard, just hundreds of black boys buried out there in the schoolyard. Very few white boys were killed, but they were abused too.
The property. The University of South Florida Forensic Sciences says some area residents and local law enforcement, unhappy with the secrets she was revealing there, threatened and harassed her.
What was surprising as we were finding more and more graves in the woods was, why is there no list? Why is there no plot map? Why is there no records of, really what happened to these children? You would think that there would have been more oversight and investigative work on the part of the state.
I endured on my third day here the worst beating of my life.
Charles Fudge was sent to Dozier in 1960 as a 12-year-old for skipping school and smoking cigarettes. He recently returned to the shuttered campus for the unveiling of a memorial to the children abused there on the Florida Panhandle.
It's overwhelming.
So I don't know why they're just choosing the clear people to talk to, but because hundreds of them was blacks, you guys. But anyway,
I couldn't.
This school, they just, like they said, they just closed it down in 2011.
Fudge and others who called themselves the White House Boys after the name of the building where they were beaten went to Tallahassee in 20.
Let's see what this one gonna say, then I'll wrap it.
A memorial to those who attended the Dozier School for Boys in Mariana has been unveiled 11 years after state leaders shut down the facility following allegations of abuse and suspicious deaths.
This is something we've reported on for years now, especially after researchers discovered 55 unmarked graves on school grounds years after its doors were closed.
For more on this tonight, ABC Action News reporter Rebecca Petit sits down with the survivors of Dozier and takes a deeper look at what actually went on at the state-run institution.
It was a place for troubled boys, but decades of abuse, inhumane treatment, and skeletal remains were uncovered. And now state officials are making sure what happened there isn't forgotten.
I went there when I was 12 and I got out when I was 13.
Gene Luker was just a child when he was sent away to Dozier School for Boys. But what happened to him while there stays with the 78-year-old to this day.
I'm trying to find out the brothers. I don't know why they're not reporting on them. Let's see if I can find one brother. Because, like I said, hundreds of them was black.
With his hand.
Wow.
A new discovery at the Dozier School for Boys in Mariana. Evidence of 27 previously unknown graves that may belong to former students. As Jake Stofan tells us, the governor has been made aware of the find and has offered to work with local officials going forward.
The Dozier School for Boys in Mariana, Florida has a dark 100-year history of suspected physical and sexual abuse of students. Art Kimbrough has been intimately involved in the Dozier story.
I was around both sides of, I'll call it the entire spectrum of emotions as it related to it.
The remains of more than 50 young boys who attended the school were unearthed in 2015, prompting the legislature to issue a formal apology.
We say to you, we apologize.
But new findings suggest the Dozier grounds may still contain secrets.
Wow. I think was my first comment. This is heavy.
A recent ground-penetrating radar scan identified as many as 27 potential grave sites that have yet to be exhumed.
We thought that all the graves had been identified.
Since then, it's been over 100
The governors
black
acknowledged
boys.
the findings and offered support to county officials moving forward.
I don't know if we'll ever quite put this behind us, but I do know the state is in a posture to do what we need to do in order to rectify or try to clean up the situation.
It was only 3 weeks ago that the final remains from the 2015 excavation were reinterred here in this Tallahassee cemetery. This report is the first evidence supporting former students' claims that more bodies still remain on the school grounds yet to be discovered.
But Kimbrough says there's still research that needs to be conducted to confirm the suspected graves.
They're going to have to exhume them, have to anthropologically examine everything that's happened.
It's not clear what the path forward will look like. Former students of Dozier hope the discovery will result in a full excavation of the school grounds. Reporting from the state capitol, Jake Stofan, Channel 4, the local station.
The 27 suspected graves were discovered during a pollution cleanup on the Dozier property in late March. They're located less than 200 yards from an area known as Boot Hill.
In the car, she called Paris. But let me tell you something, girl, I'm not going to operate on my Lord stuff today, but something is going to happen real bad. Well, I get this photo from here from the hot tea, but this is a interesting photo that she took. He said that he's seeing ghosts. Looked like these evil spirits have absorbed this little boy. And it started in the womb. She had so much hatred and anger in her heart while she was carrying this child. Yeah, she tortured Melody. She was pregnant as well, and she was torturing Melody with all kinds of negative things. I'm going to tell y'all something. All these stressors go to your child. If you feeling angry, those stressors, those anger stressors going to release into your bloodstream, into the child. If now we say the child is being born now, ever since he been born, he been forced to watch a horror movie. Why? Because she says that he is a prodigal son. This is what he's supposed to do. Imitate these killers. And so she teach him how to imitate the killers and scream, you guys. You can't make this up. Yes, this boy is seeing ghosts. Yes, his spirit has been absorbed by these evil spirits because of his mother. And where's his dad at? Talking about mom is a good mother. And if he loved his son, he would truly try to get some help for his son right now, because if not, he's going to be released into the neighborhood. Yes, he's going to be released into the neighborhood with all this training. This girl is training him to grow up to be a serial killer. I'm not saying it. That's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said. He is a prodigal child. Look at those eyes. They tell it all. These are the eyes of an evil spirit.
And now what? And outside of all the rest of y'all that suck dick at 10, 12, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, and the stories y'all don't have to.
Now, she talks about right here. I'm going to start right here. I had to edit the rest of that out. I don't get this girl. She's talking about babies now. She glamorizing this as though this is something to be proud of. It's just rolling off of her tongue. She said that for the rest of you think you don't have no story, that you didn't do this. She talk about little kids giving fellatio to grown men. That's what she said, you guys. She talked about as early as 10, from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then she stopped right there at 18 about children, right? Children giving fellatio. That's what she's talking about, you guys.
Y'all kids. Me and my daughter got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm going to sit there classy and tell her it is what it is. And I'm going to tell her how to be better than me. Next topic. You don't win a prize, baby. You are the prize. Keep that in mind, Simba. And you're probably a man, so I'm going to go ahead and block you. Y'all be so slow. You never in life win a prize. You are the prize. And until you realize that, you don't understand life. How about I'll explain everything myself?
Well, I mean, you think the prize is getting skitters. You also say 15% out of 100 is good enough for you. You're happy with being the 15%er. So I mean, that's what you're trying to teach to others, that they should be happy, letting a man abuse them.
My son is going to be a man, so it's not going to be too much we're going to have to talk about. Son, This is what it was. We 10 years apart. This is what it is. I'm 33 right now. If I got with a 23-year-old fresh out of college, I would finesse the fuck out of that little boy. I would literally be having him mind going crazy. Mm-hmm. That's that. But we done talking about that. We done talking about that. Y'all gonna feel how y'all feel. Y'all entitled to feel how y'all feel. It's okay. I'm not somewhere trying to DM you and be your friend, or I don't need anything from you. Don't need nothing from none of y'all. I'm okay. The group of friends, my circle, that's small, I'm fine with. I don't need anybody to. Just don't tell me who I got this energy for. You don't know. You don't know my life. December code. You don't know. We blocking you too because you doing too much. No. Never. You can never, ever think that. No, it's like I got so long, the car line is up and I have to use the bathroom, and I really literally hate holding my potty. I really got pissed though, and I hate it. Hey Bill, how you doing?
So she don't feel like it was wrong at 10 to give somebody fellatio. Allegedly, it's just normal to her. As a 10-year-old, you're still in elementary school. And this video not good to stay on the air, you guys. Glamorizing little children doing fellatio.
Ooh, her shoes are so cute. I'm blessed. Hey Jody, how are you? Hey beautiful. It was never a shadow to be stuck in. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. And you blocked and gone somewhere and finish your day and go cook for your grandkids, kids, daddy, mama, whoever you taking care of, or whatever you got going on, sis. We gonna get you up out of here. Don't say nothing too slick and let me catch y'all. If you want to just be one of those lurkers who look at the comments, sit back and chill. We gonna talk, but don't get caught saying nothing too slick, or you gonna be blocked if I see you. Let's talk.
Y'all know what she's doing. She blocking all the females that's coming in there, just really trying to give her some good advice. That's who she blocking. Yeah.
About how you have grown and learned from the situation. Okay, Kimmy, let's get into it. I don't even. Me explaining that to y'all gives y'all so much information, and moving forward, I have learned to some things are best kept unsaid. Some things are.
Yeah, like you talking about kids in elementary school giving grown men's head. Yeah, that should have been blocked. That should have been left unsaid.
Because I feel like life, so many people can tell you so many things, but then you have to like learn on your own. It's like an experience. Because so many of my friends hated it, hated him, hated the situation, hated. But I was blind for so long, and they was just like, girl. But it literally took for me to see what was up. Let me go find Miss Fit, because there's too many of y'all laughing at her. Miss Fit, don't let you see something out the wall, because then you get blocked. Let me see what you talking about. Damn, Miss Fit, I don't see you. Okay, Catherine. I didn't block you, but I muted you, but then you still talking shit, so now I done scrolled up and seen something else, so now you getting blocked. Because nobody can see what you're saying but me. And you done did too much. I never had a BBL. Yeah, so I can't gain weight. I'm regular. Like, what? I can gain weight. Y'all so crazy. Like, do y'all know where BBL came from? Where it stemmed from? Not from the Kardashians, from Black women. That's just how we are naturally built. Like, it's still women like that are built like that. Everybody does not have a BBL just because your favorite star does. I've never had a BBL. I've never went up under the knife. And I'm not opposed to it. Because if I become linebacker status, I might. But you know what? Linebacker status is more in y'all.
Now, if that ain't crazy as hell, y'all know that girl ain't working with everything.
Is it what she said I was? He does say I was. I mean, my friend's very, very smart. She's a sharp energy.
She's green face.
Is green face?
And you make sounds with it, y'all.
It's green face. He got his green face, y'all. He look like his face.
Y'all see that? Y'all remember that movie Scream? All that killing and blood in it? He could do that well. He absorbed that well.
Does he screen face? He was screen face for him? Who? He was screen face?
Y'all know that's the only time he happy when he can act like he that killer and scream. Look at him. Oh boy, this mother. Erin is trifling, raising her son. So now Erin said her son loves horror movies. She wants him to imitate the killer in the Scream. And this is how she's training him, you guys. Now he's growing up. These spirits is in this little boy. He said, I see ghosts, mother. Yet Paris tried to tell her, Mama, please, he don't need to be looking at that. So she screams at Paris, get mad at Paris for trying to put the TV on some nice little innocent little cartoons. But no, she said, this is what he want to watch. This is what he will be watching. She only allow him to watch horror movies. And I don't know if this mother knows that what she's embedded into her child's brain and his memory. She's programming him to kill. She's programming him to be violent. When you sit up and watch your children watch this horror movie, they absorb all this stuff. They grow up into it. And have y'all seen that where kids grow up, they start off with killing cats and being violent at home. This boy already violent with his sister. His sister told his mama that he almost kicked my eye down. I feel like he kicked it down a centimeter. And she said, oh no, he ain't kick you that hard. So what she's telling this girl is, okay, well, yeah, you might have got hit, but it wasn't that bad. Just take the abuse.
Thank y'all for thinking my hair is nice and thick. Makes me down, but thank y'all. It's okay. Is it what she said about work?
Y'all remember Rocky? They said that the mom had to take Rocky because he literally almost killed that dog, y'all. That whatever he saw in that horror movie, he took that out on the dog. And he was even able to walk harder. The dog got to where he would hide and run when he see this boy coming.
He does say that I was. I think my friend is very, very smart. She's a sharp energy.
She's green face.
Is it green face?
call him the golden child. He's a prodigy because he can imitate killers. You can't make this up. Then she turned and said, do your scream face. He a prodigal son because he can be a killer when he grow up, y'all. You can't make this up. Poor Paris. Hey, Paris dad, whatever your name, get Paris out this house.
Is it what she said out of words? He does say out of words, and I think my son is very, very smart. He's a sharp kid. Do you screen face? Is his screen face? Is his screen face? He do his screen face, y'all. He do like his face.
Y'all see that? Y'all remember that movie Scream? All that killing and blood in there? He can do that well. He done absorb that well. He gonna get that girl a nervous breakdown.
He's being nice. Give her a hug. Oh. No, sir. Don't hit Paris.
He kicked Paris in the eye, y'all.
Yes, stop being dramatic because he didn't hit you that hard. Yes. And you probably got to try to cry.
Just take your views, Paris. That's what you do.
Stop doing that. Give her a kiss and give her a hug.
This is my itching eye too. Like he kicked it back a centimeter.
He did not kick your eye back a centimeter.
Yes, he did.
No, he did. No, he did not.
He kicked that girl so hard in her eye. She had a black eye when she went to school, and then she was investigated because of that. Yeah, it was unfounded. But you know, when they come to school like that with black eyes and stuff like that, you know, they have to turn it in. And this boy kicked her eye almost. She says, felt like he kicked it back 1 centimeter. And so she told us, no, it didn't hurt that bad. So, yeah, just shut up, Paris, and take the abuse like I do with hopes. He imitating those horror movies that he watched.
Do you screen face? Is his screen face? Is his screen face? He do his screen face, y'all. He do like his face.
Y'all see that? Y'all remember that movie Scream? All that killing and blood in there? He can do that well. He done absorb that well. And it's the dog. It's Arionne dog. Look at the dog in bed with her. How did this man sleep with this girl? This dog, and she gave that dog more attention. Y'all remember Knox be hollering and screaming, want some attention from her. And who did she get a passion to? That dog, because Martell gave her that dog, she said, on Valentine's Day. Ari shows more compassion for the dog Rocky than her baby. Now, this boy hurted that dog. She wanted to tell us Rocky ran away. She know what happened. She know what this boy did to that dog. Oh, sleep with this girl. She act like this her man or something. And the dog, they got all kinds of fleas and dog dander and dog hair in there. And I bet she smelled just like that damn dog, y'all. She good at that. Let me show y'all. So watch this. Y'all see how watch how she pushes Knox away. Just watch how she do Knox. She just, look at her. She do not have that same passion that she had for that dog with her child. She is cold and detached from this little boy.
No, I'm not leaving him off, guys. No more. He's lame. He's still. We had it.
If it would have been that dog, she would have been petting him.